back on the Bossman show, friend of the show, Richie Riley, South Alabama Jaguars, 6 games in a row, 48 on the season, 8-5 in Sun Belt play. Coach, my guy, how you doing in Mobile, man? What's the deal?
I'm doing good, man. Just watching a little film, trying to stay out of the cold. It's freezing down here. It's usually not. We usually don't get weather like this, but it's like 24 degrees, got some flurries, and we're trying to get ready to head to App State. We've got them this weekend in a big series.
No doubt, Coach. I feel like this, bro. When you guys had Georgia State on the schedule, that postponement gave you a week off. I feel like that really you won a game pretty prior to that, but I feel like you won that game, got a little extra break and rejuvenated your guys to kind of work on you guys, and now you're on this winning streak, 8-5, top of the eastern part of the Sun Belt there. So tell us about that break, man. How you think it may spur you on to where you are today, man?
Yeah, it was huge. We had a lot of growth during that time. We did some soul searching, to be honest. We were able to spend a ton of time with our guys and improve, from a skill standpoint, from, instilling some values of what it takes to win. That's a huge part of it mentally, to be honest. All my teams usually play their best basketball down the stretch, because sometimes it takes a little bit longer to get them to understand the things that go into winning. And I give our kids all the credit in the world. They use that time to get better, and they were open to getting better. I think that's important too. They knew we needed to get better, and we worked incredibly hard. And since we came off that break, we've been playing our best basketball. But I think we can play better. I think there's still some mistakes that we're making, and I think there's still a lot of room for growth here down the stretch in the final 2 weeks of the regular season.
And Coach, also I feel like this, his whole COVID year, starting and stopping, having to start late and kind of not have games how you usually would have games. You played 22 games. That's not usually what you play come mid-February by now. So guys are still learning each other. It's a new team this year, of course. So I feel like that played into it as well. So like you said, that break and finding your rhythm, because we really want to peak in a few weeks here. We all know the Sun Belt's really a 1B league, so playing your best basketball in a couple of weeks now is what you really want to do. So it's all getting better while we winning. It's a great thing to build on those character habits to get ready for that tournament here in March.
Yeah, there's no question about that. We've had a wild year. I mean, we've had 2 or 3 guys opt out. A couple of guys that I felt like would be all league players. 2 high major transfers, another JUCO All-American, and due to COVID. And it's we've been playing with basically a 7-man rotation all year, and a lot of nights 6, and with 7 or 8 scholarship players available all season. I've never coached a season like this. So our kids have really been forced to step up, and some of our young guys are having to play a lot more minutes and do a lot more things than we had planned on. So I'm proud of our group for that, and I'm proud of them for how they've handled the adversity. Not only with a number standpoint, how many guys we got to play, but just adversity of COVID, the uncertainty of not knowing when a game's going to get canceled, when, you got to test 3 times a week. And another thing I'll say about our group is they've done an unbelievable job. Knock on wood, we've stayed the course all year. We're going to play more games than anybody in the Sun Belt, on our side anyway, on the east side. If everything stays on course. So I'm proud of our group, the maturity level they've shown, and we just gotta finish the right way, because it's going to be hard. We got a tough 2-week stretch here, and again, it starts this week at App State. They got a really good team, and we got to go down there and play a Friday, Saturday tilt, and that makes it hard. You play 2 games in less than 24 hours, and with a short bench, we've been forced to do that all year. And again, I credit our guys for their toughness and resiliency.
I was going to ask you about that. During the week, how was the week for its recovery? Because, you have a short rotation. You're playing 6.5 guys pretty much, So you get a guy in foul trouble, get a guy hurt, then you're down. It's just how do you keep these teams recovered and with enough gas in a tank for the weekends, the way you've been doing it? Because I just marvel at the fact that you're doing what you're doing, playing the short rotation that you're playing.
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. We've had to have a strategic approach to what we do. We've had to, each week we start out. I kind of compare it to football. You know, you start out, you got one opponent. It's 2 games, but it's one opponent. So you start out and you got to do a lot of prep mentally. You know, that's my challenge for our guys throughout the week, is to be able to not only physically lock in, because we try to go a little bit lighter, so we have the legs and have the energy to finish on the weekends, but we test them a lot mentally, and they got to lock in and focus on game plan and strategy. And then we still got to get enough work in to stay sharp. So that's difficult too. But we've stuck with a plan, and it's been working for us. And our guys, we got a mature group of guys that go get treatment, they get in bed, they eat right. This group has really been good at that. I think that's helped us to stay healthy. I think it's helped us to be able to conserve some energy, just because they're everyday habits. Our guys are really, this group, more than any group I've ever had, is really habit oriented. They do the same shooting routine every day. They do the same, eat a lot of the same meals. They go to bed at the same time most of the time. And they've really bought into all the things that go into winning. A lot of people think it's just that 40 minutes, or it's just you getting some jumpers.
It's a lot more to it. They don't realize it.
No, it's how you live. It's how you eat. It's how you sleep. It's how you can mentally focus on the task at hand. And that's a big reason this team has been able to probably overachieve the way that they have.
Oh yeah, because I saw some of your non-league stuff. I know some games you probably don't want to lose. I can probably point the one against A&M. That's the one probably don't want to lose. But a lot of teams that would have shook them, losing to our team up north of Huntsville that we think we're better than, it was shook. Your team didn't let that bring them down. You started off rough, but you've overcome. I feel like Richie, this COVID year, having guys who can understand that it's going to be some ups and downs and just want to be flexible and adapt and overcome. Those teams will be left standing come March, because this year throwing everything at these guys, young guys. I'm in my 30s, you're a little older than me, but like we're used to adversity. But these guys having to deal with it heads on, go to school and deal with an unknown virus, come on, and still play good ball. Your team is doing a great thing, but man, I'm so happy for you and your guys, man.
Well, I appreciate that. It's been hard early in the season. We had so many injuries too. We had the opt-outs that shortened our bench, and then we've had some just not drastic injuries, but injuries that can keep you out of a game. So a lot of our non-con games, we were missing 1 or 2 guys, and it was different guys almost every time. And it was hard to find a rhythm, and it was hard because they're trying to get used to playing together. It's the non-con portion of the schedule, especially the way that practice went. It was shorter this year. We didn't have summer stuff. We didn't have a lot of things to catch up on. So it took them a minute. And then you throw in the part about guys not being able to play because they're injured. And that made it even harder. And our guys just found a way to get right, and again, I credit our kids, because half the battle with coaching is that your group understands where they are. As coaches, we spend so much time trying to tell you, hey, we're not as good as what we think, or hey, we're better than what we think, but these kids really had to understand that we had to get better as a group, and they've put in the time, and they've changed their mindset to the things that go into winning.
And I feel like this, Richie, going against the odds of people saying to you, hey, it's only 6 of you.
No, exactly. All they care about is trying to find a way to win that 40 minutes.
Most definitely, man. And also, Richie, I was going to say, for the things kind of pause on me here, is that, hey, your guys are against the odds. People saying they only got 6, 7 guys, man. They don't have enough. And that mentality is us against the world mentality for young guys. And maybe you're a young man, in my opinion, hunker down, get regimented, because people on the outside were like, yeah, they're done. But we're showing we're not done. We're here to play and cause you hell every time you see us in the children just Jaguar uniform. We're going to bring it tonight.
Yeah, I think a lot of people count us out. We were 2-5 in the league. And since then, we've ran off 6 straight. And now we're in first place in the East. I think a lot of people wrote us off just because of our numbers and just because the type of guys that we didn't have on our team. We had guys that opted out that were, really – really good players, and we've had other guys step up and do more. I mean, we just played with 6 to 7 guys. We just played 5 games in 9 days. And it was a battle. Two of them on the road. We actually came up to Atlanta, played on Tuesday, got back here, played Troy on Thursday, went to Troy, played on Saturday. I mean, it just 3 and 6 days. It was really hard. And our kids have they bought into that. It's the burn the boats mentality. It's who we are. There is no option other than find a way to be successful. And it's conquer, be conquered. So can't look around and say we don't have a 9 or 10 man rotation. We've got 6 or 7, and we got to find a way to be successful with our 6 or 7. And again, it's our kids have bought into that, and that's made all the difference.
Now, I'm asking you, going forward, I know you had to recruit via Zoom. You are a face-to-face guy. How has that been, trying to recruit your 21, 22 classes via the Zoom platform, not having to see them on campus and go watch them play high school ball when you don't have a game yourself?
Yeah, it's one of the most unfair things for kids. For us, it makes it hard to recruit, because we love to get out and outwork people and make sure we're face to face with guys and they really get to know us. And then one of the best things about us recruiting is we get guys on campus, for an unofficial or an official visit, and we get to spend some time with them here and show them what we have. So it's been hard for us, but it's been hard on these kids. I mean, they're having to make decisions without visits. I can't even imagine doing that. They're doing Zooms and, trying to do their own research and, trying to take in information without actually stepping foot on campus or meeting the head coach face to face, so it's been hard. We've done, I feel like we've really capitalized on it. I think we really work at it. My staff, I've got an NAI background, and even at Nichols, we didn't have a ton of money to be going everywhere back then. So we had to do a lot of recruiting by watching film and getting on the phones and working that way. So I think, and my whole staff has a background of coming from that level. So I think we've been able to take advantage of it, just how hard we've worked and how detailed we've been with film study and evaluating that way. But trust me, I can't wait till we're allowed back out. I want to be able to get out and see some guys play and get some guys on our campus at South Alabama.
Well, the wife and kids love having you at home, though, after practice.
I love that part. I love that.
Yeah, I come home. Work. Okay, I'm home now, honey, and the kids. So that part has to be good. But balancing out between always being gone, now being home, being dad, and being husband, and being that all around good guy that you are.
No, it is for sure. There's nothing better than being home with my wife Jess and my son Reese and my other son Rock, and we got another one on the way. It's going to be here at the end of March. So there's another boy. So there's nothing better than being home with them. And I've enjoyed it. I really have. Over the last year, this is the most I've been home since I've had kids. But since my wife and I have been married, we've been married 10 and a half years. And I've never been home this much. So if you ask her, she may not like it as good as I like it, but I hope she does. We've enjoyed our time, being able to spend more time together.
Now, what has been your hobby beyond being home with the wife and kids? What's been your constant hobby? I learned how to play the guitar, Richie. I can do I can string now, buddy. I can do some things on the guitar. What's your hobby being in quarantine season, man?
I wish I could. I've always wanted to be able to play an instrument, but I've not. I should have used this time to learn how to play something. I don't know. I have the patience for it. I've just bought into my kids' hobbies, to be honest. Like I played more Mario Kart than I've ever played in my life. We play it on the what's it called, a Nintendo Switch, and we played a ton of Mario Kart. And then my kids have bought it. They love playing golf, so we went out and played some golf. I haven't played. I'm kind of their caddy. They like that. They'll hit a bad shot and just throw their club down. I've got to bend over and pick it up like I'm like they're Dustin Johnson or Tiger Woods or something. But just spending time with them, I've really, really enjoyed that part of it, and just getting to see my boys more throughout the day. I can take if we're off on a Saturday, instead of going recruiting, I can be there with them all day and see their everyday routine. It's that part's been really rewarding for me, because as coaches, we don't get to do that very much.
Yeah, it's very invaluable. Even for me, Richie, I haven't left Atlanta since March the 9th of last year. I've
Wow.
left town since March 9th of last year. I'm on the road all the time. You know that. And for me to be here and actually spend time with people I care about, I'm not always either at a Hawks, Brave, or Falcon game or at a college game. I'm actually here. It's weird. I've left town almost a whole year.
No, that's a statement right there. You hadn't left the city of Atlanta in over a year, which is, and again, there's some simplicity of it in your life when you're not worried about traveling and you develop an everyday routine. And there's a lot of good things that, this pandemic has been so tough on our country. Obviously, the biggest thing is the death toll and the sickness, but also the mental part of it has been tough on people. It's been tough on young kids. It's been tough on everybody. But there are some things that you can look back on as we hopefully are getting out of it here in the next few months that have been positive. You spend more time with your family. I've learned to value things that I didn't before.
Yes, same here.
For granted. I've learned to value those things. I'll never take those things for granted anymore. Something as simple as being able to go recruit guys and get to know them and their family in person, and just everything. And so I think we can take some things out of the pandemic when it's over that can be helpful for people moving forward.
Yeah, me for me balance in my life. That's be my thing is balance. Doing the show and traveling, I forget about the other part of my life, and I can do better at that. So now I have got to learn once we get out of this pandemic to balance my life out beyond just the show, interviews, and out running around covering games. So that's gonna be my challenge. I want to get out of here so bad, man, but I can't.
No,
I
you're
would go
exactly
saw
right.
you all play or go see Josh Patterson play, but I can't because of the restrictions you got to do with all virtual. I'm like, I'll just watch it on my phone.
No, you're right. I hope that I'm glad that you said that. I hope that that's not a negative thing that comes out of this is people stop going to games and just watch it on their phone or their computer, because people have gotten so used to that. My wife's 8 months pregnant. And, so with COVID and everything, we haven't been going to church. We've been watching it online every Sunday, and it's been great to be able to do that. But I can't wait to be able to get back and actually be in church. And I hope people, don't get to where they only do things,
Yes,
online. And it's like people's personalities are addicted and they're habit forming, and being able to watch, if you're in Atlanta, being able to watch every Georgia Tech game online, they probably got used to it instead of going in
I
there.
hate it. I'm miserable because I
Well,
can't
good.
be a McCamish. I want to be at the sports arena. I'm
Yes.
miserable that I can't go and see anybody. All my people I miss. I can't go see you all at the arena because when you come to town, I come see you all. So that's the part that sucks for me. I can't go see people I know and talk to on my show because of the pandemic. And I'm like, man, it sucks. Like even
Well,
up here, so I can't go up there and see people I know. I said it's just like it sucks, man. So I can't wait, Richie, to break out of this shell, man, to get back out to the arenas. I miss the Falcons games, the Hawks games. I still cover the teams, of course, because I have to, but it's not the same watching it on TV and hopping on a Zoom rather than being there and feeling the energy live and in person. I miss it so much, man.
No, for sure. Hopefully it's about to change. Hopefully we're going to get on the other side of this thing. We got to continue to be safe and mask up and social distance, and hopefully a lot of people can get vaccinated where we can move past this thing. I hope. I for me more than anything, man, I want our kids to be able to and players across the country in every sport to be able to enjoy playing in front of crowds again and be able to just, that's part of college athletics and pro athletics, period. At the high school level, middle school level, everything, to be able to play in front of crowds and have your loved ones come watch you play. And that's part of it. So I hope that we can get past this so that guys and girls and everybody can enjoy that experience that you get playing in front of a crowd again.
Well, Richard, wish you luck against Dustin Kern this weekend at App Stadium, and also Robin, they're coming to your place, man. So it's gonna be some great games next 2 weeks for you guys, man. I'll be looking for it. I'll be seeing what you guys do, man. You one of my favorite guys to talk to every year, my buddy. I swear.
I appreciate
I
it.
mean that.
You've always had me on, man. I love your show, and I appreciate you always bringing me on, giving me a chance to talk. When we get out of this thing, man, you got to come see us in Mobile, okay?
Hey, I missed you last time I was there. I got to catch you this time I'm in town. I got to make sure that happens, buddy, for sure.
Yeah, we got to make it happen.
All right, buddy. Hey, be safe, man. Talk to you soon, buddy.
You too.
All right.